I just spent 3 hours battling the Pacific Ocean in a kayak. I felt like a champion. Then I walked up a flight of stairs and let two strangers turn that victory into a loss in like 3 seconds. Here's what happened. I'm in Pismo Beach, California. Super pretty oceanside town. I'm in the area known as Shell Beach, and I highly recommend it over the incredibly crowded, touristy downtown Pismo Beach area where it costs $6 to park for 1 hour. Out here in Shell Beach, things are super mellow. I spent my day yesterday at one of these little parks above the beach. There's like one at the end of every street in the residential neighborhoods. I'm not the only vehicle resident that's hanging out there all day, but nobody seems to mind. And everybody just kind of appears around sunset. You know, it's like a neighborhood thing. It's like a show. People put down blankets, they play games. Then everybody just takes pictures and oohs and ahs until the sun goes down. Truthfully, nobody here seems to mind me being here. I mean, it's not like a lot of places. All over town, when I drive the bus, people are giving me thumbs up and peace signs. They're not looking at me all suspicious like they do in some neighborhoods. And the signs say 72-hour parking, so I've been sticking to that. But just to be safe, I don't stay down by the beach or in the residential area at night. I go sleep up the road a little bit in an area where there's not a lot of homes, just businesses that are closed. Today, I have something really fun planned. I am going ocean kayaking. I've been watching people out there kayaking, and it's not something that I've ever done. I'm pretty comfortable in the ocean because of diving, you know, but I've never even set foot in a kayak, let alone gone through sea caves in one. I slept right near the kayaking shop last night, and I had a hard time sleeping because I was so excited. I haven't done anything really new in a long time, you know. Initially, I tried to sign up for basically a group tour, but no one else was really signing up, so I'm doing a private tour. It'll be my first time shooting with a GoPro, too. I've heard that the batteries don't last very long, so I'm going to have to probably turn it on and turn it off again a lot because it's 3 hours, so I don't think the battery's going to last that long. I got a harness, so it'll be basically attached to my chest over the wetsuit. The wetsuit rental comes with the tour, at least I hope it does, because I don't have a wetsuit anymore. It's one of the things that got jettisoned when I moved into the bus. I hope they tell whoever's taking me out that I've never done it before.
If we do that, it's going to record. Hi.
Oh. So it turns out they didn't. He didn't know that I was a total amateur until I told him.
Okay, so we're going to go over how to get back in your kayak should you fall out. The acronym we like to use is called BBF. Stands for belly, butt, feet. That's the order in which you get back in. And so your paddle floats will legs float away. So when you get to your kayak, you want to make sure that this is perpendicular. And also you want to make sure that if you flip out, that you don't flip out. You don't freak out. Best way to do that, have a big smile on your face. Helps calm you down. And also, I'll be sprinting as fast as I can because the most important thing to me is I gotta get a picture of you in the water. So it makes you smile big, right? So then, your safety is my second priority. That's all. Okay. And then, do you remember that acronym?
Belly button, feet. Belly button.
Belly, butt, feet. Yeah.
Belly, butt, feet.
Belly, butt, feet.
Okay.
And then this isn't actually catching this at all. If maybe turn that down. I don't know.
So do we need to let them do their thing before we go down, or?
Probably.
We're ready to go out, but there's a sick seal down on the sand. A rescue team is here to collect him, to take him, I guess, to take him off to the seal hospital. Unfortunately, they say he's probably not going to make it. It's a weird thing to see right before you go out to challenge yourself. It's like a reminder that the ocean isn't a playground, though really, well, I mean, I guess for the seal it was a playground until it wasn't. Okay, I guess we're good to go now.
All right, here we go.
going back out. Uh-oh. Will it just push me in eventually if I'm out again?
Yeah, keep doing what you're
How did
doing.
that happen?
It spat you out.
Okay. Okay, we're getting in there. Wow.
Yeah, try to take some really vertical strokes.
Trying not to scrape the walls off.
No worries. Don't worry about scraping it.
Scraping the sides like that was a hard thing for me to do. I was trained when I was diving to never touch the walls because, you know, all of that stuff on there, that's all life forms. They're fragile. The leave no trace principle of diving is you keep your hands and your fins and you keep everything off the walls. But I guess I didn't really have a choice, I guess. It seems like there are different rules, and it didn't seem like there was any way for me to get into the cave without scraping the walls.
Your paddle's upside down.
Oh, okay.
Alright, you ready to follow me?
Yep.
I'm gonna go out there and then I'll call you through. We want to really charge through this. Might be some shallow rocks,
Okay.
but yeah, we can go up that left side there. Hold there for a second.
Okay. So I hit the button again thinking it was off, but it was actually still on. I've been trying to conserve the GoPro, but I'm so bummed because my kayak just tipped over. And that would have been a great shot, like going under into the water if the camera was on, but it wasn't on. After all that stuff that he said about making sure I smile and relax and everything, he freaked out when I flipped over. He came rushing over, he's pushing me back up. He didn't even give me a chance to do the BBF thing. I think he got worried he was going to end up having to drag a drowned old lady back.
Alright, then forward on your right side. Nice. Let's keep paddling. Alright, now back paddle. Back paddle as hard as you can. Alright, now back on your right side. Nice. Keep doing that, keep doing that. Alright, back paddle on your left.
Oh, here comes the big one.
On that wall. Okay. Back on your right side?
Back on the right?
Yeah. Go back on the right. I'm actually going to have to go ahead over here. Back up. Alright, now pull one on these rocks. Alright, there's a nice little channel right there for you to go through. Go ahead and charge there and charge through those waves.
I took on a little water that time, but I didn't fall over. Okay, I think I'm beached. I was trying to pole vault, but it's going right into the sand. I'm pretty stuck. He has to keep stopping to wait for me. I'm not really keeping up, but we're almost all the way back, and I feel pretty good about it. I don't know. He does this every day. It's my first time. I think I'm doing okay. I wonder what would happen if So the kayak thing is over. You saw the GoPro ran out of battery before we got back to shore, so I couldn't shoot my triumphant return to the beach, which is just as well, because I don't know. We get back to the sand, and he says, take your time getting up because your legs are going to be stiff from sitting in the kayak for 3 hours, and they were. So he puts out his arm to try to, help me up, but I was already up on my own because from diving, I know that you just make yourself a tripod, 2 feet, one hand down on the ground and push up and you're up. Because diving, you've got 40 pounds of steel on your back. So that's kind of the only way that you're going to get up. So that's what I did. As soon as I stood up, I heard this applause, from up above. And at the top of the stairs, there was this couple. They're up there clapping and hooting for me. It's an older couple. And they're clapping for me. So I did this whole ta-da thing and took a bow, and I was feeling pretty great. I did it. I made it through 3 hours of cave kayaking, something that I never did before. So if these people want to applaud, that's cool. I'll take it. And then as we're going up the stairs past them, the guy of the couple says to me, hey, can I ask you a question? And I'm like, sure. So he says, is it your birthday? And I said, no, why? And he says to me, well, we thought it might be your birthday because my wife here says that old people like to do interesting things on their birthday. So, yeah, ouch a little bit, but okay, I'm old. I'm not ashamed of it. They're old too. But then I did the stupidest thing I could ever have done. I said, oh, how old do you think I am? And the guy turns to his wife, who looks at me for a few seconds, and then she says, oh, I don't know, late 60s, early 70s. Now, there's nothing wrong with being 70. Some of the toughest people I know are 70, but I'm not there yet. When I tell her that I'm not even old enough for Medicare yet, she tries to backpedal. She's like, oh, well, what do I know? I'm 76. And she's laughing. And I tried laughing too, but I don't think it looked like laughing. I have aged a lot in the past few years. A lot. My face, sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, who is that person? I used to be cute. Even, when I shoot these videos, sometimes I reshoot things like 5 times trying to find the right light that doesn't make me look 107. One of the reasons I wear sunglasses a lot is I don't want you to see this, all this under my eyes. And I know it's stupid. It's supposed to be about, I'm a good person, so who cares what I look like? But what can I say? I'm shallow. I'm vain. I used to be cute. Although, to be fair, when I was cute, I didn't actually think that I was cute. But at least I wasn't old. So, yeah, having a total stranger see me that way, it hurt. And there was absolutely no reason for them to even have said anything about my age. They could have just congratulated me on my adventure. But I also absolutely did not have to ask them how old they thought I was. I'm just amazed how easily I let 2 strangers turn a victory into a loss. 3-hour battle with the ocean, undone in 3 seconds. Very cool. I love all this structure. The way it's like smoothed out by time, But I got out the GoPro and I've been looking back at the footage, looking back at the caves, and that couple didn't see that. They didn't do that. I did that. This is the old lady that kicked the ocean's ass today. I don't need a birthday to do interesting things, and I hope that I will always feel that way. 70, 80, whatever. And one thing I know is that being old, it's a lot better than the alternative. What would you have said if somebody said something like that to you? Like somebody guessed your age as 5 10 years older than you actually are. I am genuinely interested what you would say, because I would like to have a better response next time than a fake smile and holding back tears all the way to the bus. Let me know in the comments. And maybe take a look at this video next. I'll see you next time. Old lady, signing out.